Are we ready?
Mm-hmm.
All right, everyone. Welcome to Bloomfield's Greatest Podcast. We have your host here, the Flint Tropics, and Hunter. We got to rep the set. So here we are. Good week. Good week, definitely. Had a little bit of extra action this week. Had an investigation open and close. Had some various reports come out as far as details with picks. And some next gen stats. So, how do you guys feel about the week, just in life and in fantasy?
You can go first, Hunter.
Fantasy was a great week for overall for the league. Lots of action. Anytime there's action in the league, it's great with the court filing and the next gen stats that LZ Stone provided, and then even a great Halloween special of memes. I think one of Eli's best works this week was the Halloween special of memes. So it's nice to have Meme Eli back. It's been pretty good for the league. I've been grinding some Spider-Man too. I feel like I'm almost done with the main storyline. So it's a great game. Been grinding that. That's what I've been doing. What about you, Parker? What have you been up to?
Where the main storyline is 15 hours long?
I heard like only 9. I heard it was really short.
I feel like people are just speedrunning it. It's like the Microsoft fanboys that are just trying to dookie all over PlayStation because the Starfield versus debate.
Starfield's way too long. I freaking played like 200 hours of that, and I'm not even close to done with it. But I want Spider-Man.
It's fun. I really like it.
They don't want to pay $70 for any games, so I'm just waiting till it goes on discounts. But yeah.
Parker, how was your week? What's going on with you?
Oh, nothing too exciting, but yeah, it was a fun week in fantasy. Even though we, took all the smoke, we accept the smoke. We
love the smoke.
We like the yeah, we welcome the smoke. We appreciate any feedback and any really activity within the league. We love it. So I'm not sure why we're wearing the jerseys. I guess we should say that, but we just come in and goes rocking the Jackie Moon jersey, no shirt underneath. I said, I got mine upstairs.
So it kind of looks like you're wearing a white undershirt underneath it.
Yeah,
a little bit.
Need the sun, boy.
Yeah. Oh, you're talking because I'm white.
I think it's just the lighting difference. I think Ghost lighting's got more of like an
orange. Yeah, he's more yellow.
More LED lighting.
Yeah, I'm sure I would look the
yellow. Exact same way.
I'm still white if I turn it yellow. Yeah, anyways, there's really no reason why we're wearing the jerseys. And then
I'm repping Spider-Man, so.
Oh, that's awesome. Very on theme.
Yeah, I had to. I got cold, so I was like, let's put the Spider-Man sweatshirt on. Be perfect.
But stay tuned for the end of the episode. We have a special guest on to discuss CUCKGATE. So stay tuned for that. So I think with all that being said, we can head into our Week 7 wrap-up. We'll share our screen here.
Let's do this. It was a crazy week with a lot of matchups going into Monday night. I think more matchups were decided on Monday night than weren't decided on Monday night.
Very close.
Yeah, and I hate that. This is the third time this year I've had a Monday night sweat. The first one was week 1. I beat Hansen by 0.1. And then the other 2, I have not been lucky when Eli beat me on that. Devontae Adams laid an egg, and then Danny Woodheads. He had a 20% chance coming into Monday night and pulled it out. Yeah, so this is a toilet bowl. Worst scoring performance from my team all year. Still didn't play bad though. I mean, like the guys I started obviously didn't play great, but if you look down at my bench, now this is why I say I suck at fantasy, because I always start the wrong people. This year I haven't had like I haven't really had like start sit. Like who do I?
You're thinking too much. You're thinking too much, Parker.
Don't be Ruxin. Don't tinker.
Yeah,
I'm tinkering so bad. And then
Josh Downs been killing it for you, and then you put John New in his place.
Dude, I know. Well, I could give my reasons why all day long, but
Your
I
reasons are why
hated.
you lost. Why you lost though?
You could point to so many reasons. Benching Josh Allen, starting Tua. Benching Josh Downs, starting Jonnu. I don't know. Not starting Darren Waller again. Not playing Deontay Johnson over. I think that might have even got me the win. No, I lost by 6 because Niners decided to have their worst game of the year too. So there's a lot of things went wrong, but I'm still real high on my team because I mean the guys that needed to play well still did. Etienne's still killing it. Dylan played good, which that's a nice surprise. Devontae should only be going up from here. Pittman got a little bit lucky with that one catch for 80 yards. That's concerning to me, but I
Did
think
he just have 2 catches?
he had 2 catches. He had 1 point the whole game, and then at the very end of the game, he got that big score.
I saw some. I don't know if it was a tweet or what he put out, but he definitely expressed some frustration with only 2 catches.
So. Yeah, and then he walked it back like the next day. They asked about it again. He was just like, "Yeah, like the moment. Like I know, like I'm a big part of the offense." So yeah, I initially thought we were going to be on Diva Watch again for Michael Pittman, but I was worried. I was like, is Michael Pittman good enough though to be a diva? Like to get that star treatment diva, like the Jamar Chases, the AJ Browns that we've seen work out. Like Pittman's good. I love Pittman.
I love Pittman. Yeah, you are the biggest Pittman fan.
But he's not. I mean, he's not AJ Brown. He's not Jamar Chase. So I was like, is this going to go well for him? Because he's not that talent yet.
And to be fair, he's getting completely out targeted by Downs. I mean, Downs is getting. Well, I guess 6 wasn't that many. It felt like he had way more. Downs.
He just made him count. 5 for 125 is crazy for a slot receiver.
Yeah, he's been super productive. He's been killing it for me. I don't know why ESPN keeps giving him 9-10 point projections. I'm like, they're all so low on it. Dude, I'm starting currently. This is probably gonna change, but I'm currently starting him over Pittman.
I saw that.
I don't know what to do for this week. Just mark my words. I will start the wrong player this week because there's one. I don't know who to start, and it's between like Deontay or Pittman or Downs, and I'm going to pick the wrong one. So, but yeah, that was my team. Alex's team is another run of the mill week for Alex. I don't know. This kind of I don't know what his previous scores were, but this feels like kind of a higher score for him.
Yeah, let me dig in the numbers real quick.
But I will say his team's looking better than they have in the past.
His highest was 121.8, and the second highest was 114. So this was his third highest week.
Yeah. I mean,
I mean, fun fact. I mean, Goph's got his spreadsheet that we kind of talked about. I made one as well. So we're gonna have some competing stats here. Alex hasn't finished above 7th, as in like for each week, once. Like the highest he's been like in each week is 7th among the like scoring, and he's what 3 and 4 somehow.
3 and 4, yeah. He's managed to get us on some down. He got Eli on a down week and me on my down week. So
yeah, he puts the clamps on him just like my team normally.
Yeah,
does.
he does. He does put the clamps on.
Yeah, his highest weekly finish is 7th, and he's done it twice, and he's still somehow finding ways to win.
He's finding ways to win. He's scrapping. And to be fair, his team. I mean, he's got a little bit. I mean, there's teams looking worse than him now, I think, but we'll talk about that later in the rankings. Yeah, we'll go on to the next one here. All right, Hunter.
Yeah, absolutely wrecked on Monday night by Kirk O'Hearn. Kirk and Addison went crazy. Even like 13 from Kittle. Like if you told me Kittle was going to get 13 like on Monday afternoon, probably would have felt pretty good. I would have liked my chances. I mean, that touchdown to Jordan Addison right before halftime where he just pulled it away from the 49ers cornerback and had a 60-yard touchdown. I mean, that was the difference right there. I mean, that's what 13 points right there. So that would, I mean, make it somewhat of a game. Yeah, I mean, this was a little disappointing. I I mean, got pretty much what I wanted from my team. I knew Jahmyr Gibbs and Kamara were going to have to go off. It was nice to see Gibbs have a great game, even though a lot of it was done during garbage time. I was out. My number one pick, Jamar Chase, and was still able to put up 148 and compete. Yeah, it really just comes down to Sam Howell letting me down. I was hoping for like 15 out of him. And then Devontae Smith has just continued to be a disappointment this year.
Yeah, what's your panic meter there with Devonta Smith?
It's on a scale of 1 to 10, I would put it an 8.
8. Wow.
I mean, it's not like he's like looked bad per se. I mean, he's had a few drops, but I mean, he's still in a good offense. He's still in a good situation. Like, I don't think he's just like lost trust with Jalen Hurts. I just feel like Jalen Hurts feels pressure to throw it to AJ Brown, and it's been working for them. So like, there's no reason to really change it. It's still one of the best offenses in the league. He's still really talented. I'm not worried long term, but he is definitely going to get a little demotion and move down to the flex spot this week. So maybe that'll motivate him a little bit. If Josh Palmer plays, he'll get bumped up there to wide receiver 2, or maybe even Rashee Rice, because he's been balling out too. So yeah, I was really happy with Rashee Rice. I think he's on a great development. I think he's going to be a huge piece for me down the stretch. Been sneaky consistent.
That's your Josh Downs right there.
Yep, he's been sneaky consistent. I think he's only going to get more trust and more looks from Mahomes. But yeah, it was disappointing to lose to Kirk O'Hearn. But putting up 148 and losing sucks, but it's not the worst thing in the world, especially with where my team was a few weeks ago. So I'm still 4-3. I still have hope for my team moving forward. So we're not too worried about this one just yet, because Eli's team's a wagon too. So
they're good.
Yeah.
Even when you don't think it, they come through, and their guys, it's good guys, just drop 35 and 31 out of his flex.
Even with his defense scoring -7, he still finds 160. Like that's crazy.
Ridiculous. This might be the most volatile team in the league. Like, just week in and week out, they're just so good.
We'll skip that one. We'll talk about that one with our guests.
Oh no, this one.
No,
this one's here.
Oh yeah, sorry, wrong one.
Wrong tones.
Wrong week too. Yeah. So this one, we're gonna drag your team down. We're gonna stick you in the mud, and one person's gonna walk out of that mud. Okay. And it happened to me be me this week. I know we talked about Peter's team is it's going downhill fast. The brakes.
I think they've reached the bottom.
I don't think you pulled Peter down in the mud. I think he pulled you into the mud with how bad that lineup is. I mean, Jeff Wilson, Tutu Atwell, Zach Ertz, like. Oh gosh.
Okay, to be fair,
he started with 1 point. I mean that lineup, his lineup is worse than your lineup. So he definitely pulled you in the mud. It wasn't you pulling people down.
I want to touch on 2 things here. The first thing, I told you, Battle of the Birds, Trey McBride would outscore Zach Ertz. Happened. Then I dropped McBride, and Zach randomly is put on IR.
I cannot believe you dropped him.
Stupid. Why would I keep him? He is in a tight end timeshare with 2 other tight ends, and then Zach randomly goes on injured reserve. Not even a single thing known about his injury. I'm not paying to pick him back up. Screw him. Second thing, scroll down to the bench, please. Garrett McKinnon, 4.6 points, outscored Zach Evans, like I predicted, 0 points. Luckily, I dropped Zach Evans, made the smart choice, picked up freaking Sean McVay's little fluffer, Daryl Henderson. and started him and 13.6. So overall, happy with it.
That's a pretty genius move. I have to put starting Amari Mercado and a 3-point projection.
Yeah, 3.4 points. If you look at my roster, who else was I going to start?
I probably would have done a Joku over him.
Wan'Dale Robinson, you love him. You love Wan'Dale Robinson.
You do. I mean, honestly, I mean, you don't listen to who I start because just pick the opposite. Whoever I would tell you to
And
start.
I had Deshaun Watson on my IR still because I had my lineup locked. Didn't want to take him out. He put up -2 points.
And
Glad I
then you
didn't
try to
start
trade him with
him.
me and trade rate me with a predator. You try to send a predator into my team to freaking rate me.
We're trying to Trojan horse teams here, okay? We sent Eckler out, sent him out to Hansen. Terrible 2 weeks in a row. Backup comes in, runs. He had like 7 rushes, 73 yards, and a tutty.
You almost
That's
got
really
me with Aaron Jones.
Yep. So we are trying to send
Please
out our
save me.
We
spies
got you in our dynasty league though. Those
or
worst
instinct
critters.
him into other team, and we are
Like
trying
that
to
one.
blow them up from the inside. So
I just wanted my picks back on our dynasty league. Oh man, yeah, that was a fun matchup.
and screw Geno Smith.
We're going
That's
over this
fun
one
as
later.
in like Minnesota, Iowa college football fun, where it's like just a slugfest of ugly football. You have to be a madman to enjoy those types of matchups.
Oh, I enjoy it.
I enjoy them in fantasy though.
We're bringing you down.
All right, and then Sadeo got beaten Monday night by your mom.
An absolute heartbreaker for Jum's team. I mean the Jum heartbreak continues. We are
What did you like call us? Jump suckers.
Jum suckers. Yeah, we are total Jum suckers. We love Jum. We feel sorry for Jum that he lost in this fashion, with the Madison just not being involved at the end of the game and losing out. Crazy. The bad luck for Jum continues, but props to Zach's team. Props to Zach's team of some misfits that somehow got the job done. I don't understand.
I mean, they do get the job done. They're 4-3.
What's Raheem Mostert in the league now? What's RB what? I feel like he's had some
probably like 3, 2.
Still 2.
Freaking 2. Yeah.
He'll score 5 and the 6. Yeah.
Yeah, the team of you don't know what you're getting week in, week out with them. You have no idea. Curtis Samuel, 6 points. Did Jerome Ford get injured for a prolonged period of time?
He's probably out for 2 weeks, I think. Not IR candidate, but for probably 2 weeks.
Man, Zach's had some injury woes and just some
suckiness
woes with Zach's kind of had some bad luck this year, but he's fought through it, got a decent record.
Mm-hmm. He's in the hunt for sure.
He's in the hunt for first on your guys' division.
He is what I want my team to be.
Really?
Had some injury concerns, had some bad luck, still in the thick of it, But
yeah.
How about the 0.0 performance from Cole Kmet?
Dude, you don't know with him either. It's literally 2 points last week and then 0. Man,
he needs Justin Fields back. That's what he needs.
Yeah, you had to know that with the backup D2 quarterback, who I think like last November threw 2 interceptions, like in a D2 game.
I think it was the Colorado School of Mines.
Something like that.
They have mine in their name.
Linton Miners.
Yeah.
You can't expect Cole Kmet to catch anything. I wouldn't expect any other pass catcher.
He needs one of my 3 tight ends. Is what he needs. I need to get him a trade.
He needed to start Michael Wilson. He didn't listen to us, even though he still would have lost. I think Michael Wilson would have brought vibes up.
Morale vibes, yeah.
He's definitely a vibes guy in the starting lineup. So that's on him. That's the one area that we will not suck Jum, is that he refuses to start Michael Wilson. And we may be bigger Michael Wilson fans than we are of Jum's team as a whole. Because we love Michael Wilson.
We all wanted Michael Wilson, but Jum got him just to put him at the end of his bench every week.
He's a locker room guy. He's a locker room guy.
Glue guy, yeah.
Yeah. That's Jum's team. We're still high on him, but man, that's a tough one. All right. Hard, smart. This is the Battle of the Stones.
Battle of the Stones.
About exactly how we thought it would go. Ugly match.
It really was. I mean, there was a lot of ugly matchups this week. A lot of low-scoring matchups. It was an
ugly week, except for your matchup with Eli, and then
that was about it.
You're going off, but besides that, ugly fantasy week.
Isaac, you mean?
Oh yeah, sorry.
Peter didn't go.
Why do you keep getting them confused? This is
All right.
we're
I
like
got
4 and
my week
6.
switched. I'm facing Peter and Isaac back to back.
You want
Yeah,
Isaac
so
to fail so much. You're trying to get it to be Peter.
this one sucked for Jackson. The Bijan Robinson just not playing.
Yeah, that was weird too, because
Yeah.
like with the injury that they like didn't report or
A
whatever.
little bit of a headache, I think. Yeah.
Yeah,
Yeah, that
yeah,
one
I don't-
sucked.
yeah.
Jordan Mason, he got memed about that one.
Jordan Mason, aka the banana.
Yep. He is banana boy for sure.
His
But,
bench is just looking
Dalton
bad.
Kincaid, though.
I mean, Dalton Kincaid, and he's got CeeDee Lamb on bye. So, but
I mean, Gabe Davis once again, boomer bust. Josh Jacobs can't run the ball even against Chicago. I know Brian Hoyer
how's
started
he
for them,
doing?
so that
Josh
was really
Jacobs.
concerning. Probably stack the box.
Jacobs played good this year, though. I mean,
He had that one good week, but he wasn't Josh Jacobs of last year.
no, but I mean, out of running backs at this moment, you just take consistency and 10 or 11 points. I feel like
this is more Josh Jacobs than the Josh Jacobs we saw last year. I feel like that was more of a fluke.
I agree with Hunter. Yeah. James
Great.
Cook, good week though.
Yeah, that's good to see.
Got in the end.
Yeah,
No,
he had a couple down weeks, but he's back playing right now. Actually,
Yep, I was saying got in the end zone. That's what threw me off. I was like, no, I don't see it there. Yeah, got in the end zone. Nice to see.
The Cooper Cup with only 6 points is or 6.9 points is maybe concerning or interesting.
Yeah, and Puka dropping like 26 or 30 or something. I don't know.
Too much.
A bunch. Too much.
Man, if I could have picked him up, I'd go back. I'd give it all.
I think everyone would give it all.
I wouldn't have bought Justice Hill, that's for sure.
Not Justice Hill.
Oh my gosh.
Yeah, he's got Kareem Hunt on the bench. So that's gonna be a nice plus for him in future weeks. Not a great week for him, but he got the win. So
yeah, I mean, it's a solid team that's got potential. I mean, it's definitely a potential playoff team, and he's been able to still find a way to be 3-4, missing Cup for a good portion of the year. So I feel like drafting Cup and knowing that you're going to be without him for 4 weeks and still ending up 3-4 is probably a decent place to be at.
Yeah, you'd be happy with that for sure.
Yeah, he's still in the hunt, so that's all you could ask for. And the pieces are there.
Yeah, not bad. He offered me this morning. He saw Michael Pittman was on my bench, and he offered me Matthew Stafford for him. I said, I was like, really? And then he dropped
that. He just picked up from waivers.
Yeah, he dropped him.
And then dropped him.
Like your biggest strength. Quarterback is your biggest strength.
Yeah, well, yeah, that and tight end. All right, so let's go to waiver wire.
A little further left, league.
Home. Offers report. I don't think there was much going on this week.
Well, there was two different. Yeah, you have to go back to.
There was two different waiver wires. Here's the real waiver wire. Dak Prescott went for $24.
24 is wild.
Yeah.
Have you seen my quarterbacks?
Don't you have like 4 of them?
He has a lot. They're all bad.
Tyler's out. Deshaun Watson is healthy, but just trying to get healthier, I guess. He's having some pain, but they said he could play, but then they're like, well, you're not going to play.
I think he's not confident. I think he's lost all his confidence.
I just don't think he wants to play football, honestly.
Yeah, I think
he got paid. He got his $200 million. Like,
yeah, he's good.
If I got paid $200 million, I wouldn't want to work either. I don't want to work now.
I agree with that.
So I picked up Dak. He's the best option I got.
Isn't Kyler Murray playing this week?
He is not. He's probably going to stay on IR. Probably will come back week 10. But he is starting to get some first team reps. But I think they're just taking a little patient approach, trying to get him completely up to speed. But you best believe, unless Dak really shows me something, week 10 for Kyler's first start, he could be playing a wheelchair. I'd start him.
Did you draft Kyler Murray?
I did. I think actually. late.
You've
One of
been
the last,
holding out. You've been holding out longer than probably anyone else.
I'll see him play it this year on my.
He will start a game for the true underdog.
He will. He will start a game for my team.
All right, and then Donovan Peoples-Jones. He dropped Donovan Peoples-Jones. Added Pierre Strong, $9.
Yeah, timeshare.
Kirk Ahern. Yeah,
Price is $5 for a kicker.
Kicker. Yeah.
I mean, they're
I wasn't looking for a kicker, but Treylon Burks, $3.
I threw 3 on him. I'm just hoping for upside because my team has none. So
I don't think that's a bad pickup.
No, I think it's worth a gamble. I didn't even drop anybody for him because I already got rid of Trey McBride. So
and you have
I drafted Treylon Burks. I just ran out of roster space, and
didn't make the cut.
He's gonna have a rookie quarterback. He had Ryan Tannehill thrown to him, and he was injured. Like there was just no.
Yeah, I don't think he'll be good this week, but I'm hoping maybe 2-3 weeks he'll be rounded in shape. So,
breaking news from Thursday Night Football: Josh Allen rushing touchdown, 13 yards.
Nice.
Hell yes. All right, Taysom Hill, the wide receiver, running back, tight end, quarterback for $2.
All the above. He even plays some defense.
He actually played it well last week, or 2 weeks in a row, 12 and 16.
Do you think Jum's going to start him? I mean, he says Cole Kmet as his other tight end.
Oh, that's true. Well, he's probably going to do Taysom Hill things and be like good for the rest of the year.
And Taysom Hill feels like a guy that's just going to destroy the Colts this weekend for some reason.
It does feel like a Colts killer for some reason.
But Taysom does this 3 touchdowns against the Colts.
Doesn't he do this like every other year where he just becomes ridiculous in fantasy out of nowhere?
Yeah, I believe was it last year he was a quarterback but tight end eligible still, and I started him against you, Hunter, 1 week?
Yeah, that pissed people off. I remember when you did that.
I don't know if you started him against me.
I think it was against Zach Skinner.
I thought you were pissed.
Somebody was really pissed about it. I think it was Zach Skinner.
I don't think it was me, yeah.
Might have been.
But it was funny. I remember everyone being pissed that you had him and you were
that's how you get the villain status, Gove. You always do this stuff.
Yeah, you did some sneaky stuff. I'm becoming a villain too,
when people call you the villain and want to play.
I play by the same rules you guys do, okay? Same rules.
No, you bend them, you rapist.
All right, that's all the waiver wires for Wednesday, and then there was a Thursday one. Traffic Bride, courtesy of Gove.
Yep,
$19.
That was a big bet. He already has Travis Kelce too.
Yeah, just insult to injury, I guess. Not for the poor people. Even yours, huh?
Yeah.
Heck, you guys should have gave him to freaking Peter. He needs him, okay? My lord.
Who's Peter's tight end?
Who knows?
I can barely name you somebody else for this team.
Someone that sucks, I'm sure.
I think he has Calvin Ridley.
That's the only player I know off they had Justin Herbert.
Yeah.
No, he's got Pollard and Breece Hall and
that's right.
All those guys are on the bye. But yeah, I don't know who's tight end. Wait, no, wasn't it Ertz? Because wasn't it the
Oh yeah, it was Ertz. Yeah.
He doesn't even have it on his roster, Peter.
Eli, give him to your little brother.
Yeah, trade him for
Tutu.
He has 3 open roster spots right now. There's no tight ends on the
He's waiting.
Go to players. What tight ends are even available for him? Let's do a quick.
Gerald Everett probably is number 1. All
right, tight ends
at the top.
They mess with this. They
scroll up.
Gosh, tight end. Yeah. This looks way better than on the app.
Click on projected.
Why is it all not defaulted?
Kate already playing. Conklin on waivers.
Michael Mayer, he's got a little potential.
Yeah, but I don't trust anybody in that offense.
Not even.
He's got
no.
Yeah.
Oh, Pete Skeet.
I think you just throw Jaceki in there and hope for a touchdown or something.
Kylan Grayson has a good game every 3 games.
Yeah.
All
And then he's
right.
just concussed, so.
There were no trades this week. This is our trade sections. We'll head on to the week 8 preview. If I can get there. Scoreboard. All right, let's look at mine.
Just yours?
Yep, just my matchup.
Yep. You're already
Me
off
and
to a great
Hunter. All right, 13 points so far in the second quarter. Let's go, Josh Allen. Yeah, this is looking good for me.
I mean, you definitely have the quarterback advantage to begin with. Like, I'm just not expecting
Derek Carr.
to win the QB battle. I couldn't start Sam Howell again. Justin Fields is still hurt.
Bet you wish you had Dak Prescott, huh?
I put $2 on him. I didn't need him that bad. So we're gonna rock with Derek Carr.
Derek Carr, baby. He's been terrible, hasn't he?
He's been solid the last couple
Look
weeks.
at those last 3 weeks.
Okay, last 3 weeks he's been pretty good.
Yeah, watch out, Parker.
Uh-oh.
Watch out.
He's playing the Colts. I mean, who knows though against the Colts? Their defense looks really good one week and just not the next.
Did you guys know that the Colts are the only team in the NFL that score over 20 points every week?
That's crazy.
Fun fact for you there.
I would have guessed the Dolphins, but
Scored 17 last week.
Dang.
oh man.
Anyway, back to it.
It looks like it's going to be another Devontae Adams Monday night game.
Oof.
Oh, great.
May have looks like we're gonna have a 1v1 with Devontae Adams and Jahmyr Gibbs. I know you got Laporta, so
This is exactly how all my other Monday nights have gone. So, and I think Gibbs is like without Montgomery and playing really good.
And against the Raiders defense, it could be a huge game.
Oh, dude. Yeah.
Swiss cheese, bro.
This is what's going to happen, Hunter. I'm predicting this. I'm going to have a massive lead going into Monday night, and Adams is going to drop another 5 points. Gibbs is going to drop 35. Laporte will get 10. You'll beat me by like 2 points or something. That's what I'm guessing will happen.
I mean, if you just want to, I can edit the scores and we can just roll with it right
now. Well, I'm going to go with you on this literally because of the freaking Gibbs Monday night. I've just had terrible luck. And I'll start the wrong player at flex. Whoever it is between these 3, I'll start the wrong one. I want to ask your opinion. Who would you start in this scenario?
I'm not answering that question.
I'm not asking you, Hunter.
Let me see.
You'll tell me the wrong player on purpose.
I would want to consider KJ Osborne and Johnny Smith. I mean, you started him last week.
Nope, not starting them. Or the Ravens running backs.
I think I would start Pittman over Waller.
Oh, dude. Waller, though, lately.
And then trade me Waller. And then...
You want Waller so bad.
I could not imagine having Michael Pittman on my bench. I will say that. I
don't want to put him on my bench. I don't want to at all. I want to start him. I want to start all of them. But yep, that's going to be our matchup.
Next year, third flex spot. Let's do it.
Huh?
Next year, third flex spot. Let's do it.
We always could do third wide receiver. We did the third flex.
No, we did 3 wide receivers, I think.
1 year we did?
Yeah. At least 1 year.
I would consider a 2 quarterback thing, but we never done that before.
The best.
I would like a 2 quarterback league because we always seem to have like so many quarterbacks in free agency we can choose from. They're not really great options, but you can always plug something in.
Predictions, Ghost. What do you think?
A big fan of Parker's team. I'm going Parker here.
Let's go. I'm going Hunter.
I'm gonna go with myself here. I think Josh Palmer and Rashee Rice are very underrated. I think they're really good. I think they've got good prominent roles on their offense. Rashee Rice is getting more work. I think 10 projection for him is still low. I just hope Josh Palmer plays because he's missed practice. So I really need him to play. But even if I have to sub in Jaylen Warren in the flex and take out Josh Palmer, I think I'd still be okay. So I'm gonna
bench is looking good.
I'm gonna rock with my team.
Yeah, I know you would.
Yeah, you know it.
All right, guys, that's 5-2 when you both pick the other team.
I was like, yes. I'm like, yes, because go pick me. All right, let's do it. Kirk O'Hearn and this is another Combs matchup.
Another Combs matchup.
It's definitely favored towards Kirk O'Hearn. Rashad White's playing right now, 3 points. Yeah, I'm not really looked at it yet, but I think I'm gonna go with Kirk O'Hearn.
I don't think you got to look at it too much, honestly. I think Peter is possibly below my team at this point, and that's saying something. So, I'm going Eli here.
Yeah, I think this is an easy one. It's Eli. Eli's team's a wagon.
Olave on the bench.
Yeah, which is crazy.
I'm trying to get a wide receiver from him. And he just won't do it. He wants to keep his depth for bye weeks, and I get it, but man, get a lower option or something. Holy moly.
Yeah, get worse, Eli.
Get worse.
He'd be
Take
my
Gove's logic. Get worse.
Yeah, I think he could upgrade at the running back. I mean, if you've got any running backs to trade Gove, which you do.
I do. I got a plethora now. I mean, they're rentals, but
no, you've got Jones and Mixon. I mean, those could be trade pieces for.
I'm gonna start Damian Pierce. Not happening.
Look at his running backs; those are better than both of his.
Well, Eli,
but he's got.
Let's
I think he's got a surplus of wide receivers that he could flip into a running back, but.
Gove's trying to do a good old Damian Pierce for probably asking for.
He's too cheap. He won't get rid of Mixon.
No, I'll take Olave right now, Damian Pierce, and I will give. Go to his bench. What does he got down there? He's got Trey McBride. I'd give Damian Pierce and a fill-in, such as.
Dude, no one wants Damian Pierce.
Darrell Henderson. Either one of those guys plus a lower wide receiver in my team. I'm open. Last week I sent out a bunch of trades.
I'm sorry, Eli. You're about to get a case filed against you.
I got declined every one of them, and I think some of them are actually good trades. Some of them were, but
only some of them were a decent trade offer.
Just give me an offer back.
He just sends them out though. I know because he sends me some that I know. Like I'm like, I wouldn't accept this.
Yeah, he does. I mean, the one he sent to me was bad too. He doesn't send good trades. He's never sent a good trade in his life.
I can come to an agreement with him sometimes, but at my expense.
Every time I'm like, I think I might have a good deal with Gove, I have to pause and be like, if Gove is going to accept this, should I really accept it? Because he's probably trade breaking me right now.
Yeah.
He's earned that reputation.
He does.
I just like to see things moving, I like the league active, gets people involved. I like it. So.
Oh, did we pick on this one? Oh, we all picked Eli first.
Yeah.
All right.
Touch on this one later with our guest.
We do.
Not gonna say who it is, but
Mike Evans, 1.7. Let's go. I like this without the projections. It's just us going off pure feelings.
Mm-hmm.
Well, it still has it below, but
I haven't even been looking at it.
This is a massive matchup.
This is our two favorites that we always
our two darlings we love. This is massive because the two teams that we have spoken so highly of, that we kept saying how they're going to turn it around, they're going to get better, they're going to start winning. One of them is going to be 3-5 after this.
Oh man, that's a good point.
Which is going to be crazy to think that one of them is going to be 3-5, and we
are in jeopardy
this entire time talking about how good both of these teams are.
In jeopardy of not making the playoffs because they're both in that stacked division.
I want to say one thing. If I win this week, one of these teams will have my record, and there's no way. There's no way.
One of these teams is either going to be tied with or behind Alex's roster too.
Peter, same with Peter. He's 2-5 too. Yeah, Alex
could be ahead of one of those two teams after this week. There's a good chance that Alex is ahead of one of those teams, which is crazy. Alex,
which is why
your team's not good.
3 weeks in this is why 3 weeks in a row I'm going to say I would love to try victory points because this is getting nuts. This year's just crazy with the head-to-heads.
I did, Parker. I did in my my famous model that I've created. I did like what everybody's record would be if we did victory points or against the median. So I've got that. There's a lot of it was still the same. Isaac would be 13-1.
That could be like a cool midweek post you put out, you know.
Big update, guys. Josh Allen tipped ball interception.
Ooh.
Dang
Throw that out there. But back to regularly scheduled programming.
I like that idea, Parker. Maybe I'll put together, compile some of my favorite nuggets of info that
Next gen stats.
Yeah.
Gotta come up with a fun name for it to send out. I'll work on that tomorrow.
Sounds
Fascist fun facts, maybe.
Ooh, fascist fun facts. I like that.
That's cool.
Luck, maybe.
Fascist facts.
Oh man, this is a tough one to pick though. I don't know who I want to pick.
It's hard. It really is hard.
I mean, I look at them and I'm like, dude, the two best running backs in the league. Then I'm like, oh,
best
man.
wide receivers in the league.
Best wide receiver, yeah. And Jalen Hurts had the quarterback edge here.
I think it's for me. I think it's
I love
Pacheco, and there are more wide receivers than there are running backs. So I'm gonna go Jonathan.
Ooh.
I'll go first for you, Parker. I'll let you mull over it some more.
Go for it.
It's definitely running backs versus receivers matchup. It's clear the strengths. Did Chris Godwin just catch a touchdown?
Yeah, he's got 14 points right now.
Yes.
We just witnessed it live. Am I going to change my pick now? Because I was going to pick Jonathan.
Yeah, I feel like this is cheating for us. We're
and then we shot a live touchdown. I'm going to stick with Jonathan. I'm not worried about the Godwin.
Nope. All right.
Miss you, baby. Miss you, Godwin.
While I was mulling it over, I decided to poke a couple holes in the team, see where there could be any holes poked. And I think Alexander Madison with the Cam Akers time check kind of thing. And then Cole Kmet getting 2 and 0 the last couple weeks. Maybe a couple bad things from him. I think the Mud Dogs. I'm gonna go Mud Dogs. Yeah.
Okay.
I like them. I think it's gonna be close, but they're gonna pull it out.
Russell Wilson against Kansas City. I don't see good things happening there.
Their defense has been good this year.
Really and he does have their defense too. So
I have no faith in Russell Wilson. That's not why I picked his team. Your mom against Hard Spartan together. Battle of the Zacks. This is the two teams we've been comparing all year. Yeah, kind of the middle of the pack
right
team.
There with each other, right there.
Yeah, actually, this is a lot of good matchups this week. As I feel like me and Hunter's team's really close too. Obviously not Kirk Ahern, and I think that's like a 1-12 type matchup, but I'd say
3 or 4 really good matchups of teams that are pretty close.
Yeah, 4 really good ones and then 2 really bad ones. No offense.
Why is it bad? I would argue that's even a better matchup because
Team Cook. I mean, it really is like the names ring true here because he's gonna cuck you, and you are a true underdog in this matchup.
Yeah,
I might change my name soon though.
Yeah, you need a rebranding.
I think so.
All right, Battle of the Zacks. Let's back to it.
Wait, did they take the touchdown off the board? Because if you look at the Bills' score now, it's 10-3.
He's still got 14 points from Godwin.
Interesting.
I don't know.
It was 10-9. I'm interested.
Don't know. Guess we'll see. But this one, I think it'll be a close one. I still like Zach Stone's team. I don't know because you look at his wide receivers; they're good. He's getting Tank Dell back this week. On the other side, T. Higgins, has been hurt, not looked good.
Yeah, Samuel was rough last week.
Down. So,
man,
Mostert didn't play that great. I think I'm gonna go Zach Stone here, honestly.
Man, this is a really hard one for me too.
So,
Yeah, these
I'm
matchups
really-
are crazy.
Yeah, I'm struggling with this one because I initially thought Zach's team, yeah, but now I'm leaning towards Zach's team, and this is just tough to Zach. I was
Zach
initially
S,
leaning,
maybe?
yeah, Zach S. I was leaning Skinner, and then I don't know. Brown has been a little disappointing since the trade to his team.
Hunter, this is when you should just flip a coin.
Yeah, it's about as good as you are anyway.
I have a coin right here. I have a was this a $50? I think. Yeah, $50. If I should, all right. Heads, Zach Skinner. Tails, Zach Stone.
I'm good with it.
It is heads, Zach Skinner.
All right. I'm just gonna go off gut feeling. I've ranked Zach Stone just slightly ahead of Zach Skinner all year. I'm just gonna say he comes through with it. This is gonna be a close one.
You know what? I think we should start a new segment. Maybe not this week, maybe next week. But let's go Hunter versus the quarter.
Just like on one matchup, or
Just one. We pick one matchup a week. Hunter predicts it. The quarter predicts it, and then we see who's better the rest of the year.
like the closest matchup. I like it.
I thought you were going to take away one of my picks and just make one of my picks.
Quarter only. No, I want to see you head.
That's
head.
your punishment. Oh, I was gonna say that's his punishment for being
actually.
the worst picker so far.
It's all because I missed week 6. Okay, I would have went 6-0 that week.
Then you went 6 the
I
next.
promise. I could have went.
All right, this is the battle of the bottom feeders, Kicking the Stigma and Danny Woodheads.
Yeah.
Alex is
really hard.
Alex has had some luck on his side lately, to be honest.
Yeah.
I'm gonna probably go with, I haven't looked at him yet, actually. I need to look first.
It's sloppy.
It's sloppy.
Yeah, this is tough to pick.
I'm going Jackson. I think the only reason is because Patrick Mahomes.
Bijan Robinson might play this week.
Yeah, he might take some Tylenol for his headache and get out there, but
Which made no sense because he was still on the field for like running routes and like pass protecting, like throwing blocks. Like it's the worst thing to do if you have a headache. Yeah, go out there and block this free rushing linebacker, even though you've got a headache.
He's got, to be fair, he's got Dalton Kincaid in there. He had a good week last week, and he had CeeDee Lamb on the bye, so he's looking stronger this week than he was last week.
2 tight ends, though, that makes me want to lean Alex.
Two tight ends.
I'm picking Alex strictly because
two tight ends.
2 tight ends. That's bad vibes. That's bad vibes.
I've been starting 2 tight ends all year.
Bad vibes.
I'm 5-2. And you know what? I would have been 5-3 if I started my 2 tight ends last week. Or 6-1, I mean.
Hey, trust my process, okay? I'm not the best picker in the league, so just trust Let me cook, okay? Let me cook.
So you picked Alex?
Yeah, I'm going Alex.
Oh, dude, I was going to go Alex.
I think this is the true underdog team right here. Is Alex?
I'm going to go opposite.
He's better than me.
Not points forced, not points scored, anything.
That's very close.
Alex is getting lucky.
I average 1.07 points more per game than him right now, and he scored 60 one week. Okay,
I like going with the luck, but I think I'm gonna go with Jackson here. His team, this is the strongest his team's looked, to be honest. So I'm gonna go with them. Huh?
And they're still not that strong.
All right, that's our wrap up for that. We'll go into our most controversial section. We usually say everyone's favorite, but it's not everyone's favorite. Stop screen. Let's see. Google Slides. Oh, it's already in here. All right. Go, Pad. Alex at 12 still.
Okay, listen. If you and Eli just play the right players, like one player different, then you're winning. It's It's not based on talent. I think Peter has some good players. Honestly, they were all on bye last week against me. Thank God for that one. But I still think his team's worse than. I think Alex's team is worse than Peter's. I do.
You do?
Yeah.
I don't know. I think Peter's hit the bottom of the hill. He doesn't even have a tight end at the moment.
Yeah, there's not a lot of hope for Peter's team. I think we could be potentially looking at a set it and forget it at number 12 with Peter for a while here. I don't see a lot of hope that Peter makes it out of last place in the rankings.
He could make some moves. I mean, he's got 3 roster spots open, so he's got some.
Better make some moves with 3 roster spots.
Yeah, he's got some potential to fill in with some studs. All right, we both 2 of us had Kicking the Stigma, and Hunter had Danny Woodheads. So Hunter, you were a little higher on Danny Woodheads than Gove.
I mean, you're still
higher than both of us.
Yeah,
I am. We'll see where he's at.
A quick timeout here. Dalton Kincaid, touchdown.
Ooh, that means
So
Josh
take
Allen
those 2
touchdown.
tight ends and shove them.
right after I said that too. Right after. Unbelievable.
Should have got the silver dollar.
I'll be all right.
2 tight ends, baby. That's how you do it. I was against 2 tight ends for the longest time.
About a 22-yard touchdown.
That's why Hunter doesn't like my teams, the 2 tight ends.
Yep. Anyway, back to this one.
Honestly, the end of my rankings are it's kind of a crapshoot from like.
Wait, Parker.
From like.
I mean, the entire end of the rankings are a crapshoot.
The matchup this week is Kicking the Stigma versus Danny Woodheads. You just picked Kicking the Stigma, but you think Danny Woodheads is a better team?
I was looking when I was doing the rankings. I was looking off like last week's. And dude, I don't know. I told you it's a crapshoot, but I don't know.
Thank God we got a guest coming to set the record straight.
Bro, I don't know. Like I was like, Alex's team isn't. I don't think they're the worst in the league. I still don't. I think Peters is. But then it's like between Alex and Jackson and you at the moment, I think you're all 3 right there. Like
fair.
Even. That's what I'm like. You could put them in any order you want, to be honest. But I don't know between those 3.
Man,
they're all so close. What?
Still have Alex out there.
Oh, honestly, I'm gonna apologize because I think I would switch them. I would switch you and Alex. I would put
I mean,
you
they've been right there with mine. I'm not gonna lie.
I got some. I given them some respect. They beat me. Beat Eli. I know, like you just said, it was the players, but luck, man. Luck plays some factors in fantasy for me. I'm like, if you're a lucky team, I'm putting you higher, and you have not had the luck.
It's better to be lucky than good, and that's
Alex is getting lucky, and his team is getting a little better. I think, even with the luck. So I don't know. I'm rocking with it. I don't regret putting here Alex at 9, but we'll go back one. You had Peter 10. I think.
Yeah, I like some of the players he had on bye last week. I think who all was it? Brees Hall, Garrett Wilson,
Pollard.
I think 2 great running backs there. The rest of his team kind of sucks, but 3 great players, I think. So.
Yeah.
Fair enough.
Yeah, and you guys had Gove here. I mean, I could have easily put Gove. I honestly feel like I probably should have put Gove here, but I'm giving Danny Woodheads a respect. They got 2 big wins.
It's about time. It's about time one of us gives him some respect.
Honestly, he's taken a lot of shit from us this year. I'll give Alex a little respect. This is not number 9, Alex. Let's see if you move up from here.
Yeah.
Do we know if Alex watches these?
I don't know. He doesn't answer any of my trade requests, but
he hasn't responded to anything.
Is he in that group?
I think so. I think he's responded to some of the memes, but not to like any of this.
What if Alex doesn't know about the podcast?
Maybe we need to.
We need to check on that.
Alex,
we'll ask.
if you
We
are
can ask
watching
in
this
there.
right now, text us and
And you're
say,
watching this live.
well, I mean, he's going to hear this. If you ever listen to this, text us and say,
make contact.
Jackie Moon is my hero.
Mhm.
Then we'll know.
All right, here we get to the Zach section of the podcast.
The sad section.
So you guys had Zach Stone, I had Zach Skinner. Yep. Then we had Zach Skinner, Zach Stone.
This is
It's
tough.
it's literally every week.
Coin flip.
It really is a coin flip. I mean, I feel like I debated like back and forth of who was better, and I feel like Zach Stone's team is. I mean, they're both so inconsistent. Every time I try to make a point for one, like, they're so similar teams. It's hard.
Sporadic
it really
teams.
is about as close as it gets with those two teams. So this is a
I
big
think
week.
after this week, I think we'll have clarity of who's better. I mean, simple as that.
They're playing each other, aren't they?
They are playing this week.
Battle of the Zacks. This is a big week for them. All right. The consistent. Have you been 6 for like 3 weeks in a row for me at least?
A while.
Yeah, you've been right there in the middle.
Heck yeah, baby.
Pretty good spot for you. Playoff team, right?
Yeah.
We're 16.
As of now, I think we're close. I think we're starting. My guys are starting to show flashes of what we can be. Jahmyr Gibbs had a big one. Like Jamar Chase has put big ones together. He's been through his bye. If Josh Palmer and Rashee Rice blossom like I think that they're going to, I think I'm going to move up here quickly. I think I'm on the verge of cracking into the top 5, in my personal opinion. I'm just not quite there yet, but I think potentially this could next week. I think I'm close.
Because I would be 5-3 and you'd be what, 4-4?
No, I'd be 5-3 as well. Because I'm 4-3 now.
Oh yeah. Yeah, that could be it. You definitely be above me in your rankings, that's for sure.
I know it.
The Mud Dog. I think we're all pretty consistent from here on out. I know me and Hunter are. Right?
Yeah, me and Parker are exactly the same here.
I don't know about Goves. The Mud Dogs, they've been sliding in the rankings for us.
Wide receivers hurt them bad.
Yeah, I still really like his team, but I mean, if he doesn't have that, if Eckler isn't going to be, what Eckler should be, then they're going to
Trojan horse. Send him in. They detonate from the inside.
If that's the case, that could be who Hunter takes places with.
Yeah.
If he falls this week to Sendejo, then he'll be 3 whatever it is, 3-5 or
he's slowly kind of struggled these past 3 weeks and not has been as high of producing scoring as he had been. The wide receivers are definitely hurting, and even Eckler is struggling too. So this is a massive week for him because he is sliding in our rankings as we've hopped off a little bit of the Hansen hype train. I think we're still on the Sendejo hype train pretty well, but not as much the Hansen one. But that could change after this week. It could change.
You guys had, or we had, me and Hunter had me here. Go ahead, Sendejo.
Yeah, I know. Even though I am also considered a Jum sucker, I think I started getting you guys sucking Jum, and then I've kind of stopped. So you
get tired of it or something?
You got tired of sucking?
I just, I look at the team, still a great team, but there are some concerns I think growing on me. I think the Madison Acres situation is alarming.
Tight end situation for him.
Tight end's really alarming. I mean, there are definitely holes. There are holes that can be poked. So
yeah. I don't think I called him the favorite like last week or 2 weeks ago, but I don't know if he is anymore.
Yeah, he's got to win this week, or he's going to be in real trouble still. But
really. Him and the Mud Dogs.
A lot of talent. It doesn't make sense. He's gotten really unlucky. He's probably been the most unlucky of just.
I would agree with that.
Who's played and whatnot, but yeah, Parker. You dog on me for how much I hate your team and how low I rank them, and you rank them the exact same as I do.
I know. I'm just giving you a hard time. I mean, there's just a couple powerhouses ahead of me. Like, I think my team's really good, but my team is just solid. Like, you're gonna get. Like, even like the last week's loss was completely on me. It was not on my guys. Like, it was
What a good leader. What a good leader you are. Take responsibility.
Like, if I play even remotely smart guys there, my team's still scoring 120, 130. Maybe we might have been the second highest score last week if I played the right guys, second or third. Yeah, it's just stupidity on my part, and that's where I come in as a bad fantasy player, as I just always pick the wrong guys. So that's why I'm lower. And I mean, yeah, I'm just not good.
Yeah. I feel like there's a clear.
I have a good team, but I really do pick the wrong guys always.
Maybe you're just not the right man for the job at the helm.
I'll switch your teams.
I knew that was coming.
I tried to set it up for you.
A straight swap. I'll trade you everybody. You trade me everybody.
Swap.
But I want Waller bad. So
I know you do.
I feel
like Kirk O'Hearn.
Yeah, I feel like the top three. I feel like are in the top tier. I feel like they're by far ahead of everyone else. I think go back me up here if I'm wrong. Correct me. But I think the top 3 points scored, all like the next closest is Hansen. He's over like 100 behind them, if I'm looking at it correctly.
Total points, yeah, about a little over 100, 106, I think.
Yeah, so the gap between 3 and 4 is pretty big. Like, that's not just like, it's 10 points. Like, that's one play. Like, it's 100 points between the top 3. So I feel like those 3 have kind of separated themselves, which is crazy because it's a 7-0 team, 4 and
3, Eli?
4 and 3 and 4, which is fantasy, which is brilliant and lovely and amazing.
Yeah. So Isaac got mad at me when I said that it's a 3-way race right now with Sendejo and Team Cuck and Kirk O'Hearn for the favorite. And he also got mad about the points scored, but between points scored, they're all 3 right there. So, and Isaac just took the lead and points scored this week, and we reflect that in our rankings. So
you are great at predicting the future, Parker, because that will happen.
What
what we talking about?
Oh yeah, because he's you haven't seen that yet.
Surprise.
Goes so high on my team. I love it. He's always high on my team.
Parker, you lost last week because you played like an idiot. Okay? Your team is better than you are. So get out of the way and let them play. Don't tinker. Don't mess with it. Set it. Forget it. Okay?
I just look at him too much.
And play the game. Your team.
This is the best squad I've been given. Like, it's so long.
Let them be great.
I know.
Let them be great. Just get out of their way.
Goes coach me up. But yeah, Kirk O'Hearn, he's freaking dude, his team's so powerful.
I mean, they're like one of the most consistent team. They're probably the second most consistent team behind Isaac. I mean, his team just consistently is putting up high numbers.
Yeah, the high numbers is what's crazy.
Yeah, and I feel like he's getting them from different guys too. Like, even when
he does.
Like, sometimes Kirk Cousins has a bad game, and then you'll get a freaking Jordan Addison game, or you had a Christian Kirk game a while ago, or when David Montgomery's healthy, he's balling out.
Yeah, it's not just from 2 guys; it's from literally everybody. It feels like
he has Travis Kelce, and I feel like we forget about that.
And Travis Kelce's not even been the reason he's been this good. Like, he's been awesome.
Yeah, it's not Kelce going for like 30 plus every week. Like, Kelce's just like icing on the cake. Like, he would.
Yeah, it really is. That's what it feels like.
Kelce. So yeah, I mean, his team is just his team is really good.
Loaded.
It's crazy to have 2 Combs at the top. It's kind of scary, honestly.
The Combs is taking over.
Just a quick PSA to everybody. If you want to be first in our rankings, just write a letter to the FFI. So just let us know, and you can be featured here. Number one.
Yep, that's all it takes. File a complaint, and we will just automatically bend the knee to you and give you the number one ranking you deserve, apparently.
Yep.
Go hates the FFI.
I am changing my name to FBFFI officially after the podcast.
Let's go.
I respect them as an organization, but
It doesn't sound like it. It doesn't sound like it.
I respect their findings. But I think
I wish he would have waited one more week because we agree we all would have put Team Cuck here even without that.
Yeah, I think we would have.
he was close. He
you weren't going to. I
It would
was
have been
like,
close to me.
okay, he's got the undefeated record, and he had 2 big weeks in a row. That was what I was waiting for, was him to prove it, because I was like, he hadn't proved it until the last 2 weeks.
I still think his running backs suck, but
I love it.
So you really
He's gonna watch this.
One. You really didn't want to put him one.
he's gonna watch this after we already recorded the session with him.
He's gonna be watching.
Right. It is what it is.
He's gonna file a follow-up complaint against you.
For real.
But he's here. Everybody sees it. He's right here.
But we know that's
I
not how you
give you-
truly feel, though, which is what matters.
Borderline. 1A, 1B.
I do want to take a look at his bench real quick. I feel like
He has a terrible backup tight end.
terrible backup tight end.
Just saying.
If that's the worst thing you got, though.
Alan Lazard, P. Ryan.
He didn't have P. Ryan anymore. Does
He dropped him?
Does he have Lazard?
He needs to put Damon Harris on his IR, though. Give him.
Damon Harris, yeah, his head's gone.
But he's not using his IR spot. He's got Damien Harris on the IR.
Keep him warm, you know?
Keep him warm. But yeah, his starting lineup's ridiculous, though.
I'll just say, I know we might touch on this subject later, but collusion always helps. So
collusion always helps.
Go, you play all nice. You play all, oh, I'm sorry, blah, blah, blah.
Hey, I never said sorry.
You didn't?
Nope. I told him.
Either way.
I said sorry. I have been low on his team, but I wanted him to prove it. That was why, because I thought he was getting lucky, and I'm on record saying that.
I was the only one who ever ranked him number 1, so I don't want to hear it. I can talk however I want about him. I gave him the number 1 before.
You did.
I don't think that lets you talk however you want.
I'm just saying.
I mean, I had him ranked higher last week than you guys, so I feel like that gives me the ability to say what I want. And also, I had less charges on me than you guys did.
I knew it was coming. Eli told me, you texted me and said,
guys, I'm the villain of the podcast. I'm going to get the most charges no matter what.
I'm becoming a villain too, though.
There should have been extra charges against you, I feel like.
Yeah, it was. It's fun. CUCKGATE is fun.
It's going to be really funny to watch this in order of Gove, like, puts him at 1, but still kind of bashes him, and then we talk about justice. We got justice.
Hey, I addressed his concerns with him. So
yeah.
And Hunter, by the way, didn't I have Isaac number 2 last week?
No, I don't think so.
Here on my ranking sheet, I have him number 2.
You kept your rankings. I just erase mine weekly and redo them.
Yeah, I have him number 2. I'm not for sure it got copied over like that, but I have him 2 here.
I had him at 2.
So
last week? Oh gosh, I probably had him like 4 or something.
I don't keep your guys' rankings, but I keep my own.
Go back to watch the old pod and see.
Yeah.
Yep.
I just feel like he finally proved it with his last 2 weeks with like scoring ridiculously high. Because we haven't been ranking off records. Like we made that clear. We're not been doing it off records. We've been doing it off points scored and how the team's like the makeup of the team, which I think is fair. And
yeah, because like points for he was like middle of the pack.
If you want to see ESPN,
middle of the pack until the last 2 weeks.
Yeah,
which he's
until the last 2 weeks he's gone crazy, and then we've given him the ranking that he deserves.
So we've always done points scored, but yeah, it's just the undefeated ranking. It did look bad that he wasn't like 1, before. But we righted the wrong. Here he is.
Yep. Well, let's hop into all the names so we can. You'll
hear from him shortly.
Yeah.
Yeah. Here's our list.
I mean, fairly the same. You guys are exactly the same. I like how Govin, and Gove. I like that. So
I was lowest on goes, but yeah, I didn't. To be fair, none of us look at these like each other's while we're before we're doing them. We do 'em when we're entering them in. We see each other's. So when I was entering them in, I was like, oh gosh, I was like, did me and Hunter have the exact same? Because I was going from the top down.
Yeah.
And then I was like, oh, thank goodness at the end, at least for a little different.
Yeah, we had 1 through 6 the same, and then swapped 7 and 8, and then the bottom ones are a little different.
I love that Gove's got me above Eli's team, which I totally agree with
That's
that.
crazy. Above Eli's
love
team.
Let's go. Gove
That
has
doesn't make any sense to me. I feel
that's
like
the FFI. I might be biased, but I'm with it, baby.
that's a personal opinion.
He took Derrick Henry from him.
Mm-hmm. He'd be mine.
Dang, personal biases are getting
Wasn't for the FFI.
I do have the depth, and I think my team is injury proof. Knock on wood. I've got handcuffs.
I wouldn't say that. That's bad.
I knock on wood. I've got backups that are strong. I've built my team based on if I get an injury, I can sustain it. But that's why I
like your depth. Eli's got good depth too, but I think you tinker too much, and that's hurting you. I think you have a great record, and you play great fantasy defense. I know Hunter's talked about it, but you average 112 points against, which is great. That matters. So you got a hard, tough home arena. Just hope you can win some away games.
I mean, Eli has played a much tougher schedule than Parker has, with wins and losses, and
I got lucky on buys too. I mean, this has been the most luck I've had all.
Me and Parker by far have had the luckiest, easiest schedules.
And it continues because like when I face Isaac, he's losing both his best players. I've been lucky.
I know. Yeah, I mean, even your remaining schedule like is pretty easy too. Like you still have. I think me and you still have like the easiest remaining schedules.
Yeah, I don't know why we had such easy schedules. Also, with me being in the difficult division, I don't know. I mean, also I looked at my schedule and like somehow I never have bye week hell. I don't know how, but it never really hits me.
Good balance.
So that's nice.
All right. Well, you guys ready to hop into our guest this week?
Oh yeah, nice fun, and I hope you all enjoy it.
Yeah. All right.
135, not bad.
No, pretty good.
Yeah, my computer was about to die. I got the notification. It was like, your battery's running low. So that's why I had to get up in the middle of it.
Oh.
I figured something was going on.
And then, I had to cut a minute out from Charlie barking.
All right, guys. Right. Well, good week.
I'm going to have to get this one out quick, though, because Thursday night's already going.
Yeah, it's not a big deal. I mean, next games aren't until Sunday, so it doesn't matter too much.
Yeah.
All right. Well, see you guys. Have a good night.
All right. Bye. All right, we're here with our guest, Isaac Combs, manager of Team Cuck. Welcome to the pod, Isaac.
Hey, thank you. I'm glad I'm on. No, I'm glad to be here. Thank you.
I was worried if you were actually going to be glad to be on, or if you were going to have to come in with vengeance here today.
I view it as the best player on the team winning a super max contract. And so I had to get a little dirty to get my max contract. There's no hard feelings. I just want the truth to be there and I want you guys to know my value and I want to feel appreciated. Right. So I'm hoping we can sign the deal and move forward.
Well, Jonathan Taylor action.
No, maybe not as, I think it's more of an owner issue than it is the player issue. So, I don't know.
Also, you look great, by the way. You look great.
Thank you. I thought I was a little underdressed, but I don't know. It's okay.
Get your Matthew Murdoch look going.
Something's like.
All right, so we'll just give you start off with just an open floor to air your grievances if there's anything that you left untyped, unsaid in your official report that you submitted to the FFI. We'll just kind of give you some free reign just to say what's on your mind, just to vent a little bit to us.
Okay, yeah. My biggest complaint is your guys' ranking system. It's all about potential and who you like. It should be who's the best team week in and week out. Instead of like, no, this person is going to average so and so many points from now on. It should be who's the best team week in and week out. It should be a combination of record and points scored. I feel like I've met that criteria the past 3 or 4 weeks, and I was just being ignored. So I felt like I had to voice my grievances, especially I knew going in, I texted Eli and Peter. I said, if I beat Hanson this week, I'm going off. And I didn't only beat him, I embarrassed him. And so I had to type that report. I had to send it his way. And that's why we're here now.
Yeah, I definitely understand the issue with the rankings. But I think my point with that is if we're basing it off record and points for, that's practically what ESPN already does. I mean, not so much as points scored, but definitely record based. So I think that's where we kind of tried to differentiate our rankings from ESPN.
And we didn't want to be boring, just take the same rankings that ESPN does, just do straight points for. We had to add a little bit of flair to it. So I especially stand by my rankings because, I was a little bit higher on you last week than everybody else was. And I had planned to put you one before you sent your official grievance.
Same.
And we did. So yeah, I feel like I got off. I trusted you and backed you more than the others. So I feel like you don't have to make me.
His problem's really with me. Let's just
don't forget you were my number one. You were my number one.
You put me number one. I was it like week 4, and then I was back to like not even in the top 3. So I know you had me there for a little bit. I thought I had some belief there, and then I don't know what happened, but you went away from it. But hey, it's okay. I think we're able to get on the same page now. And I do believe an apology is owed me based off of what the FFI has declared.
I apologize, but I have been lower on your team than everyone else. We all know this.
That's true. Parker, I think you were required to say a sentence as well.
What is my
I don't remember
what do I have to put as an oath?
I do respect the FFI, but I still stand my stance of F the FFI. So I will not be apologizing.
I will take my punishment.
All right, Parker, you have to. All right, repeat after me. Team Cuck is my favorite team.
Team Cuck is my favorite team.
They are the best in the league.
They are the best in the league.
I can't wait to see more cuckery this season.
I can't wait to see more cuckery this season.
All right, there you go.
Thank you.
I thought it was something about getting cucked or something.
I mean, you can add that.
I had my original statement, and then the FFI changed it, which I thought he changed it to something that wasn't very good. But I'll take what I can get. I'll take what I can get.
Yeah.
Fair enough.
I will say, Isaac, before I hadn't been high on your team all season because you know why. I mean, I've said it every podcast. You just had those couple guys. But before you sent all this, I was going to rank you 1 this week because your couple guys have just been ridiculous. And I think you've added some pieces. So I think you've got a complete team now and possibly the favorite. I think you might be the favorite. It's close. I think Sendejo's still good. I know the record doesn't look good, but I think it's kind of a 3-way. Sendejo, you, and Kirk.
No. Repeat that again for me.
What?
Repeat that order again.
No, it's all 3. I'm not saying one's better than the other. I think it's like a 3-way race for who's good.
I don't know. I don't think you've learned your lesson yet, Parker.
Come on. I'm not even adding me a 5-2 team into this discussion for the top because I don't know if mine's with the firepower to compete with those 3.
Well, we're gonna find out. Well, I looked at our matchup, Parker, and you're lucky because I'm out. Tyreek Hill and AJ Brown, we play each other, so you might grab that one. That might be my only loss, but you know what? It's fine. I have some cushion, so I can take a couple on the chin, rest a couple weeks, and be okay.
That's fair. I do think. I mean, I'm not going to apologize for my ranking because I was higher on you last week. Running the numbers, you weren't top point scored, like top points for until this week with your
Well,
big
the last
190
two,
matchup.
he had 2 good weeks in a row, like high points.
Well, I don't think he wasn't top overall points for. If you know what I'm saying?
Until like this
Just-
week.
Yeah.
Yeah, until this one
Yeah,
went.
I
through.
agree. I was in the top 3 most weeks though consistently.
Well, I will give you this. So you've been the top scorer in the league 3 times, 3 of the 7 weeks, week 1 and the past 2 weeks. So you're definitely riding high with the past 2 weeks. And then week 2, 7th, week 3 and 5, 5th, and then week 4, 3rd. I've been busy crunching the numbers. So
Hey, it's okay. No, I understand you guys are trying to justify your opinions and rankings, so I get it.
I will say, maybe some of your critique is a little accurate about, a feel and kind of who we like and projections. I've developed a very complicated model here that balances the numbers. That's all about the numbers and who's doing what, record, points scored, strength of schedule, strength of wins. I'm all about it now. So I think it's going to be much more accurate rankings for me moving forward. And I think I've had probably the most accurate rankings, maybe not the most accurate pick'ems. But definitely the most accurate rankings, I think I would go out on a limb and say.
Oh yeah.
I think so.
No, I'm glad I could bring some awareness here. No, I think this is just a learning moment for the podcast, the league, the fantasy managers. So I'm glad we're seeing some errors, we're seeing some critiques, and responding and moving forward.
And it's the perfect time too, because we're at the halfway point of the season. So it's the perfect time for the second back half of the season to get this ship righted, because we were just so far off with our rankings.
Correct.
Well, we usually ask a couple questions, but I think we've already covered all that. So we'll go over your last week's matchup with you. I'll share the screen here.
I know you touched a little bit on the embarrassment of last week's matchup for your opponent. But I know you kind of talked about really wanting to win this week. But what did you tell the guys? What earned this major victory here?
2 words. Dante Foreman. You guys, and honestly, it's your guys' mistake because you were bashing Peter and telling him to drop him. And I saw where all the Chicago running backs are hurt, and I picked him up in back-to-back weeks where he's produced. So, hey, one man's garbage and another man's treasure.
We didn't tell him to drop him then.
To be fair,
Yeah,
that was
the only time
fair.
he didn't say to
Yeah,
drop
we
him
said-
was the
we
time
said
that he
that-
did drop him.
We would have liked to pick him up then, but he had
Just
dropped
to-
him all
just to
season.
clear the possible accusations. Is there any chance of collusion there between brothers, or just happened?
There
to get
was
lucky?
not. It was pure ignorance and me being the tactician of waiver wires. I've picked up Kendrick Bourne, who's done really well, and Dante Foreman's done well. So, I think I picked up a couple guys who could really help me out with my depth because I know at the beginning that was an issue, and you guys have stated that in those first few weeks. And so I think I've made some steps here to correct it. So
Yeah,
we'll see what happens.
That's what's improved your team in my eyes too. Was the depth.
Yeah, then it helps. Tyreek Hill and AJ Brown have been wonderful. So I hope they can keep up their production. I was a little worried this week against Hugo because I saw some reports where Tyreek had missed some practices, but today he was back practicing. So I think that's a good step forward.
I definitely agree there. Do we want to touch on last week's matchup first, Parker? Or?
Oh yeah. Let's go to scoreboard again. Week 7.
Dang, I didn't realize how big of a blowout it was.
It was a manhandling game.
It was a statement. It was a statement game.
It was a statement win.
Fair enough.
Against the Mud Dogs, one of your big rivals in the rankings.
Well, 3-4, 7-0. I don't know if that's a rivalry. No offense to Tyler Hansen. It's not his fault. No offense.
He's put up a lot of points, but he's kind of cooled off in recent weeks.
Yes.
So anything else, any other comments on your team's performance this past week besides the 2 words of Deontay Foreman?
Well, Lamar had a bounce back game. I know, Gove, you were wanting a quarterback from you wanted Jared Goff, and I voiced my grievances with Lamar Jackson. But I'm like, you know what? The play in Detroit, defense isn't great. Maybe he bounces back, and he delivered. And then Kyle Pitts has been better here the past 3 weeks. I've been happy with him. And then Pickens and Bourne are starting to be steady guys. Then Justin Tucker is generally pretty consistent. He's not bad. So I feel like I've added some depth here, and I could definitely compete for a championship if no one gets hurt.
Are you worried about Miles Sanders at all? I know he's kind of looking
Or Najee. He's kind of in the same boat as Miles.
Najee got his first touchdown this week, so we'll see. We'll see what happens. Miles Sanders is terrible. I'm not going to play him this week. He's got to earn it back.
I hope he doesn't. Well, I'm praying on both of their downfalls since I have Jalen Warren and Chuba Hubbard, both of their backups. So I'm really praying on their downfalls in particular because I mean, I would love to have an extra starting running back. So it's nothing personal against you. I know you've taken things personal that we've said on this podcast, but this is not anything personal towards you. It's personal towards Miles Sanders and Najee Harris, though.
No, I didn't take anything personal. I was just upset that facts weren't being displayed properly. It wasn't about my opinion or feelings. It was about the truth.
That's all you care about is the truth.
The truth. I seek justice, all right?
All right, Batman.
I am the
shadows. They'll be watching this after the rankings, so just know you're number one in the rankings this week. I will preface that was not because of CUCKGATE.
What was it officially titled? Cuck versus, or I don't even remember what he titled.
Cuck versus the Bloomfields greatest podcast.
Oh yeah.
No, trial of the century in my eyes.
Trial of the season. So, there was another trial, wasn't there? Trade rape.
Trade suicide or what? Yeah, trade suicide or whatever. Rape suicide. I don't know.
My trade suicide. I don't remember what it was.
Trade assisted suicide. Yeah.
I mean, honestly, it's looking true because of how Aaron Jones is looking good. So you guys want to save me? Yeah, exactly.
Yeah. Well, let's hop into next week's matchup. It's a big one. Can't wait to talk about it.
I wish there was an easy way to get there from here. You got to go back in the scoreboard, find it again.
Oh yeah, the other game's going on.
Yep.
Go Bills.
Go Bucks.
All right.
Hey, go Pacers. Go Pacers.
Ooh,
let's go, baby.
Great game.
I will say about 1 hour ago, I put in a future for the Pacers to win the title.
That's going to happen.
At plus 30,000, I think.
I think they need to trade a couple of their role players for like 3 of them for like a really good player.
Yeah, we have a lot of depth, which is good, but then there's a couple guys you could probably dish and get maybe a better person.
Because they're not going to be able to play all the guys. They have like 12 playable guys.
McConnell didn't come to the game until the last 4 minutes, and same with Jordan Mora. And those 2 guys are good role players.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. Plus
all right.
Odds. I love it.
Gobe, you wanna start this one off?
I'm real excited for this matchup. I know it's kind of bottom of the barrel team versus the big dog here, especially coming right out of the trial. Results came out.
The trial.
And I'm really excited for this matchup. I ultimately, I'm hoping to work my way up to the top again. I was there week 1, haven't seen it since. I think it's going to be a close one. Before I give any predictions, I'd love to hear what you think, Isaac.
Well, as long as my guys show up, I should be okay. Now it's fantasy, and sometimes guys lay eggs, and sometimes guys go off. And so I think if everything goes accordingly, I should be okay. But no, I'm feeling a little pressure because I'm coming off CUCKGATE. I'm playing against a team that's not very good, and so it would look really bad if I lost to a member of the podcast and who's also 2-5. So I think there's a little more pressure on me to perform, but I hope my guys, just keep up with the pace they're playing with.
Do you think you might be so looking forward to just the next week that you could let this one slip? Is there potential there?
For next week, no, I'm dialed in for this week. No, I'm trying to go 1-0 each week, and I think this is a big matchup. I think people might overlook this one. So I want to continue to prove a point after CUCKGATE.
Yeah. I overlooked
All right, well-
Alex last week and it bit me in the butt.
Yeah. Predictions, anyone?
Hmm.
I'll start. I'll go. Man, I think Gove's team is potentially on the come up. There's definitely some promise there.
Looking better than they have. Yeah.
They are looking better. Numbers aren't in Gove's favor. I'm going to go with Team Cuck here. I think he's going to continue at 8-0. I need to see more out of Gove's team, and so I'm a full believer. Even though they got a win last week, it wasn't pretty. So I'm going to go with Cuck.
I'm also going with Cuck because his team is hot as hell recently, and I think he's going to take his first loss to me in the coming weeks. So,
Ooh.
Yeah, I mean, no Tyreek, no AJ Brown. I mean, I'm gonna take that off as a rest week. So it is what it is.
that's your bye week.
Yeah.
No, but you could. I mean, that would be really suck. I lost that one. But
Yeah, you might have to quit fantasy.
Isaac, what's your prediction for this week?
I'm gonna roll with me. No, I'm not gonna put up 195, but I think I still hit that 140 mark, and I think that should be enough to win. I hope.
Okay.
Go.
This one's hard for me. Coming off a big win last week, it was nice to get back, feeling a little more confident. I'm going out each week. I got nothing to lose. We saw the stats today come out. 5-2 when going against both of my podcast mates here.
And
so
you
I'm
were what
hearing.
was it when you picked
5-2.
picked yourself?
5-2.
But the two losses were when you
The
picked
two losses were
yourself.
when I picked myself. So I'm bouncing back. I think Aaron Jones
You're
has a
gonna
great
do
week.
yourself again.
I'm picking myself. I think Mike Evans is about to score a long touchdown next possession, and we're taking this week.
What do you
Okay.
think about that, Isaac? No rebuttal.
Hey, I would, if I was in Go's position, I would pick my team too. You kind of have to. So I respect it. I'm not mad about it.
Yeah, you got to trust your guys. You got another choice.
Yeah.
You got to trust your guys.
Mm-hmm.
Correct.
All right. Well, that's everything. Any closing remarks?
I mean, we're good.
Yeah, I hope we're on the same page here. I'm sorry if I overstepped boundaries, but I just wanted, I thought I wanted to clear the air and kind of showcase, why I'm the number one ranked team. So I don't apologize one single bit, but I'm glad that we're moving forward.
I'm glad you didn't
appreciate
apologize.
it.
Yeah,
We
I'm glad you
appreciate
didn't
any feedback.
apologize. Yeah.
Yeah. Even if we can take the harsh feedback.
Yeah, so we're
Anything
here
to
for.
make a better podcast.
Mm-hmm.
Hey, yeah, I'm just trying to help you guys. All right, I'm here for the content. All right, I'm here for the content.
Exactly.
I hope you've been enjoying it, even though you've been getting ripped on the rankings.
I mean, it's fuel the fire. No, it's good entertainment. It's something I look forward to every week. So I do give props for you guys to doing this. I think it's really fun. It helps the league out.
Well, thank you so much for coming on.
Yeah,
We
we definitely
appreciate you
pleasure.
having you. We'll
Absolutely.
we'll get to the rest of the podcast here and get those rankings out for you.
Hey, I can't wait. Thank you for having me.
Of course.
We'll see you.
Peace.